What is going on, guys? We're back with another video today, and we are in Madden 19. Of course, I know, Madden 19, but Madden 20's not out yet, so stop yelling at me. We're going with the Giants, who are a very low overall, 75 overall to be exact. We have Daniel Jones. He's going to be the backup because, of course, in real life, they still want good old pretty boy Eli. Has anyone ever called him pretty boy Eli? The receivers, not looking super great. Obviously, they traded Odell. Oh, crap. We need that first round from the Browns. We still need to get that thing because I don't think... Oh, we need that. Yeah, we got to get that. Of course, how come we can't look at free agents? Okay, it's unlocked. There's some holes. Obviously, some holes. The rookies, I'm not a huge fan of the rookie class from the Giants. All those picks and honestly seemed like they had a draft that was, you know, like a 30-second best type draft. I don't know. They just didn't seem like they made great choices. But it is what it is, I guess. Gave up Cyprian, Pierre Garçon in the third round for the Browns' first-round pick. Of course, we had to get our third-round pick back because even though those weren't our free agents, that was our third round. Not quite, you know, the Dolphins probably not as bad as the Giants, especially in sim here. But a third round from the Dolphins, pretty similar. I mean, I'm not too pressed about it. 75 overall. I really hope Eli does poorly because then I can make the argument that Daniel Jones should start. So, obviously, this pains me more than you'll ever know to have Daniel Jones behind Eli Manning, who has literally no chance of going up in overall. I just hope he retires, honestly. I just hope he does. There's some decently young players on the defense, at least, so, you know, it's not like the Giants are completely screwed. At least they have youth. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So, there is re-signings. Obviously, that's how the NFL works. It's how every sport works. There's always going to be somebody that needs to be re-signed. I don't know who this Haley guy is. This is probably a real-life player. I'm going to give him a... I mean, that's not a very realistic deal. We'll give him a 5-year deal. I'm going to stop going with the 7-year deals. Even a 5-year deal is probably unrealistic, but it is what it is. Corey Coleman, I think he's a decent backup. I think a 3-year deal is fine. I think that's fair. Aldrick Rosas, he's actually pretty decent. We'll give him a deal. Giants re-signing kickers before they keep their own, huh? Their own. I don't know what I'm talking about. What I meant is like Odell, but they did re-sign him. I don't even know what the cap hit was on that. They seemed like they spent their whole entire team on that. I don't know how much zone matter. Oh my, why? Well, we're not going to catch the scheme fit anyway, so let's just get him zone. Zone should hopefully, I would assume, matter the most for corners. So corner safeties. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Everything's actually pretty squared up right now. Maybe we should have went for the scheme fit. +2 to zone coverage. How the hell? Please tell me Eli was bad and it was the defense. Please. For the love of jeez. Please tell me it was the defense, because I do not want to start Eli Manning. Okay, that's not a great season by Eli. Thank you. Thank you. That's... Daniel Jones may still force his way. 61% completion, 21 touchdowns, under 4,000 yards in this era would be considered bad. I'm not exactly sure how we went to 5 receivers for 500-plus yards, but we did, and it was the defense. Janoris Jenkins with 7 picks, Peppers with 3. It's one of the most, highest picks I've seen in a season for a defense in sim, you know. That's actually kind of high. How the hell? Like, this is going to be easily a one and done. Like, we're not even going to come close to beating the Eagles. Look at that, 77 overall team. I mean, I'll take it, though, because I don't know, actually, if I'll take it, because we really needed a good draft year one. Oh, well. All right, I mean, let the magic begin, I suppose. I mean, the fact that it's not a complete blowout of, like, 40-0 is actually kind of a shocker. All right, spoke a little soon. Hey, we put up some points, though. I mean, that's not bad. 6 points against the Eagles in the playoffs, that's not terrible. I mean, we expected this to happen. I mean, we did a lot better than I thought. I'm shocked. That's actually pretty good. So let's take a look at it. Eli Manning, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. I mean, if that's the best Eli is going to do in the postseason, where he actually is pretty damn dangerous, I mean, it's time. It's time to replace him. Kicker missed a field goal. Sweet. We're going to give Daniel Jones a chance, and then if he struggles early on, Eli comes back as the starter. I don't know. That's really the only options, I think. All right, so let's take a look at the Super Bowl. It's probably going to be like the Browns and like the Saints or something. Rams, Ravens. I did not expect the Ravens to be in there. Interesting. And the winner of the Super Bowl is the Ravens, apparently. Interesting stuff. Eli is now a 73 overall. Yikes. Interesting stuff. So we have negotiations again. I don't think there's anyone here that we really need. We should be able to replace all of these guys. I mean, some of them are in the older portion of their careers, considering they haven't developed yet. Like 27, 25, 26 isn't much, but when it's been 3-4 years and you're still like a 70 overall, yeah, you're not going to get any better than that, are you? Ooh, a new safety. We could use Trey Boston. I mean, this team could use anybody they can get their hands on, so we'll go Trey Boston. Gonna put an offer on Eric Flowers. Imagine the Giants fans would be like, what are you doing? Please stop. Stop now. So look at the guys that we did get. We got a new center. We got a new free safety. Navarro Bowman will play somewhere on the defense. Maybe right at middle linebacker. This team is rough. This team is so rough. That's really all I can say. There's not much else to do. Looking for somebody. Somebody good. This guy is quite interesting. Sean Spicer. That guy looks pretty good. Pretty talented. Curry Griffin. No. We don't even care about running back. I don't know why I'm looking. Kevon Easy. I don't understand why he's so high of a combine grade. Why he's so high up there. If you're not fast, your receiving combine grade shouldn't be good. Okay, yay. Let's just leave it at that. No more arguments. Everyone will agree with it. If you're slow, you're not a great combine wide receiver. Name a single receiver that's considered one of the greatest combine participants ever that didn't run a good 40. I'm talking like better than 4.5. Like 4.5 or better. Like what in the world is a 4.68? Are you for real? They're pushing like 270, like 6'8" or something ridiculous. Well, I have no idea who to take. Maybe the Browns were just magically terrible. Please tell me they were. That's not true. So we have pick 23 and pick 26. On our draft board, we have, I mean, that running back doesn't matter. We just put him on there just so we remember him. The linebacker is probably the biggest one. We also have this cornerback, Terrace Dre. Surely he won't go earlier than 23, right? I mean, let's be honest. That middle linebacker is going to be long gone. These linebackers are all going to be gone. He's a late first. Like, what's the chance we get him? Like 14? Chiefs took Spicer at number 4 overall. And honestly, he may be worth that pick. Comes on to development. If it's star or better, he's worth the pick. Ooh, middle linebacker. 14, he's still there. The linebacker we want, we'll take him. We'll obviously try to trade up. I don't know if we'll be able to take him. You have the Raiders pick 26, Carter, and a 3rd round for pick 15. That's not too harsh. I mean, the Steelers probably had an even better trade than that to move from 20 to 10, which is a bit bigger of a jump. So here we will most likely take the middle linebacker. We got to make sure because, you know, this is an opportunity here. Maybe. I don't really see much other great players. Still have that strong safety. Oh, that's a 4th rounder. He's slow, but he might still be worth taking. I mean, that seems to be the only guy. Byron Foster, please be good. Quick development. I mean, he's the best potential we have now at middle linebacker, I guess. Dre 8.0. Pretty damn fast. We'll take him. Quick development as expected. And he's a pretty good corner. He's obviously not much of a zone corner, but that's fine. Pick 23 in the 2nd. I don't think trading up is a viable, you know, I don't think it's a viable option for this team anymore. I think it's just a waste of a chance. We do have linemen here in the 3rd. So late 3rd lineman, Will Morris, and we have 2 5th rounders. We need to at least take Chip Light. We may be making jokes about him, but he's a talented guy, so stop making fun of him. It's your fault. How confident do I feel about that pick? Very not. That's not words, but I said them. What do the Saints take? Ooh, what a trade up by the Saints. I mean, I don't know how good he was, but an 80 overall tends to be pretty decent. So obviously here, this is where a little bit of a reach, but we'll take Chip Light. Chip Light, please be good. 77 overall quick development. That is definitely caliber of good. Like, sometimes I'm messing around, but sometimes I actually do worry, like, is Brain die? We have a center still. Probably should take him. DeAndre Baker, or Baker, that's not Baker. Barber. We're going to go with the center. Why not? Because he sucks. But ironically, that may be good enough to start on this team. Well, we don't have any more remaining picks. All the players were trashish. So we shall, just wait for the draft recap. Let's see what we missed out on. I don't think we really chose. There was no real 50-50 choice. It was just the best available pick every single time for us. So I'm curious, obviously. Bunkley, I don't know who the hell this guy was, but he's fast. Is he worth pick 2? Just because he's fast doesn't mean he was worth it. Here's Spicer, star development. I knew the excel and agility would be a little bit of a problem, but 91 speed for a power back, I think he's probably worth it if he's durable. I get he's a finesse type, but 80 strength. Better development? Decent player, but he's not because he had bad development. Here's the other linebacker. Oh, my Lord. The speed, the excel and agility isn't great, but that superstar development makes him amazing. There's some really bad players in this draft, though, can't lie. Look at this easy guy. He's terrible. He can jump, but when has jumping alone been a skill? You know, when? This Rob Morse guy was amazing, which was a pick before us, so there's that. Could have traded and got him, but either way, we were going with that linebacker. It's desperate need for the Giants for years. All right, Daniel Jones' time to shine. The Giants did make the playoffs last season. Not really much to, not much by Eli Manning, but I suppose he was okay. 4,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, 8 picks isn't great, but I guess he played a little bit of a part. And DB's aplenty. Janoris Jenkins, when he's gone, we'll move another one up. Maybe even trade one off soon enough, because obviously we can't re-sign everyone when their time is up. Rhyming all the time, but that's beside the point. That didn't rhyme. All right, so we have re-signing. Sterling Shepard is now a normal dev player, apparently. I know you guys love when I say dev, so I will continue to use that word. Can't wait till next season. Well, I can't either. Julian Love, not really asking for a whole lot. Once again, got to try to make it somewhat realistic. 4 years, total of 10 mil. Man, I'm pretty sure they fixed contracts like that for next year, so these rebuilds are going to get really freaking hard. Like, if they actually make it where it's realistic, where, like, what's his name? Bryce Callahan from the Bears got a 4-year, $40 million deal. I don't even know how teams do it in real life. Eli needs a contract. I guess perfect time to start Daniel, right? It really kind of comes down to having a really good draft. Like, I'm talking 1 year you have like 4 starting caliber players in the draft, and that's the way you become a great team, and you have that 3 to 4 year window. Heads to the playoffs again. I mean, Eli could do it with a lower overall rating. Why can't Daniel Jones do it with a higher rate? And he can. Nice. 11-5 again, I believe. Baker Mayfield with the MVP award, and that's why you start Daniel Jones. My man's killed it. Saquon Barkley, 9 touchdowns, decent yardage. Really good yardage, actually. Receivers actually did really well. In the same scheme as last year as well, we actually had Sterling and Tate have over 1,000 yards. Sterling goes back up to Quick. What's Tate? He's got to be at least star. Damn it, come on. He's got to be at least a star, right? Star development, I like it. Nice stuff indeed. Blocking, it's not terrible, I guess. Matt Light actually played pretty well, right tackle. Golden with 7 sacks. BJ Hill with 7. We need a true number 1 pass rusher. We really do. Dre was okay. Rhymes for days. Sorry. Players, I forgot Daniel Jones is not technically a rookie. May have still been, still the best player in the NFC, so I mean, we'll take that, I guess. It's not bad. Should have a bunch of upgrades here. 6, it's not a lot, but it's enough. It's enough to make him worthwhile. All right, so one step closer to the Super Bowl without even having to play. The Cowboys, we're an 84 overall team. Not great. They're probably like a 91 or something. 90 overall. There's no way we win this game. I mean, I don't know how the hell we're winning as much as we are, but I'll take it, I guess. I do see the Giants and Sim win a lot. I don't know how or why, but we went from a 75 overall to an 84 overall in just 2 seasons. That's not bad. That's actually pretty solid. This team is kind of rough. Kind of rough, not going to lie. All right, so starting off pretty strong from right to left. We have scored a touchdown. They have scored a huge rushing touchdown with Zeke, and things have gone south very quickly. At halftime, they're going to drive down only for a field goal. I mean, defense is playing pretty well here. Defense is playing pretty damn well, if we're going to be honest. And on 3rd and 5, a penalty that loses us the game, basically. Offense struggling mightily. Come on. 3rd and 14, you're running the ball. Like, that's not a team thing. That's a coach thing. Who the hell runs the ball on 3rd and 14? What in the world is going on? That's a firing waiting to happen. Crap. That's a late throw. It's not going to happen even if it wasn't late. But there's another season down the drain. Such a great opportunity. I know, obviously, regular season's different than postseason. The Dolphins, you know, they somehow almost make it to the playoffs every year, even though they're kind of a rough roster. So it is what it is. But it would have been nice to make it happen this season. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley has been horrendous in sim for the postseason. I think he had 17 yards last playoff game, which is pretty fair, you know. The team's getting better, and that's all that matters, you know. I don't know what the hell we're going to get in the draft with, like, pick 25 or 26, but that's a different story. So the Cowboys and Browns face off, and the Cowboys lose 83. How are we in 83 overall? Was it because we don't have a punter, technically? This punter is not good, so we're going to let him go. Looking at the players here, I would say none of them are worth keeping, huh? I mean, look at these players. They're not good. I mean, those are what we would like to call pretty bad players. It's probably a term you haven't heard before, but that's the term. So left tackle is obviously an issue. We're probably going to just drop Nate now. So I think we saved a little bit of money, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I don't even know. I wasn't even paying attention. So left tackle is a big issue. Line's looking okay, considering it's the Giants. I mean, that's a pretty average-looking line. Middle linebacker is probably a need. Navarro Bowman retired, it seems. Janoris is now dropped to being, you know, basically the worst corner on the roster now. He did take a little bit of a step back as well. We'll take a look at who's younger, Love or Haley. I'm pretty sure Love is, so we'll take a look between them. Interior of the line's looking pretty good. How old is Dalvin? Dalvin's 26, as expected. Pretty damn young, so I think interior is perfectly fine for the rest of this thing. Really just looking for a pass rusher. Unfortunately, looking at players here, you know, there's, Kareem Hunt. We don't need Kareem Hunt. We need a pass rusher. None of the things are what we need. Dak goes on to the Super Bowl, and they don't re-sign him. Interesting. Interesting stuff. In real life, he's not even close to the Super Bowl yet. They're going to give him, like, top dollar. Madden's funny. I'm not a huge fan at all. Eli Apple reunion? No. Not a huge fan of this free agency. Taylor Rapp. We could actually use a free safety, technically. Trey Boston. Trey Boston's kind of young. He's young enough to get the job done, I think. Marquette King does accept. I did offer a little cheeky bid to Mr. Kareem Hunt. Obviously, no chance in hell. We offered him a 5-year, $32 million deal. You know, if he did sign, it would have been... What is this sorcery? A- spec, A+ catching, A+ med route? Are you some sort of wizard? I know he's looking a little bit on the slower side. Please be superstar development so I can clickbait the hell out of this video. Please. I need the clickbaits. 7.9 is a very high rating for a running back. This appears to be the DB draft. Not going to lie. Which we could use a safety a little bit, so we'll have that on the radar. There's a couple of linemen. We could use one lineman at least. So we might honestly trade up everything we have. This is the D-line. This is the DB O-line draft. 6'3". This guy's looking very good too. This guy's probably going to be the guy we go with. That wide receiver looks insane, but we can't get up that high. And even if we did, I don't think it's really necessary. I think Golden Tate probably needs to be replaced somewhat soon, but maybe not even this year, but probably a year or two from now. So we will address the position. So this wide receiver, Leo is a early second player. I mean, he just has quick development or worse written all over him, but are we still going to chase that? Probably, right? We need a safety as well. Kind of. I mean, Sadeo Sharp looks pretty good. I think we're just going to trade up to pick like 18 and then just take whoever's there, honestly. 108. They are fair on. You know, so take it. 10 spots that late. Shouldn't cost you too much. Dolphins take. Wow, an 83 overall corner. Woof, these guys are some pretty high overalls. Holy crap, 85 overall? I'm pretty sure an 85 overall wide receiver is very fair to be considered the greatest receiver ever. Now, with Wilson looking very similar, maybe not as great as potentials, but looking very good himself. I kind of want to think maybe they're going to, stack the class. I mean, if Chick doesn't have better than Quick Dev, it's a wasted pick. And something tells me he's not. I'm going to go with the wide receiver. Let's play it smart. We need a wide receiver. I hate this game. I mean, look at the speed and the jumping from a 6'3" receiver. Only the Giants, right? Let's go to the end of the draft, or end of the round anyways, and if there's a lineman still there, we're going to trade up again. Or if somebody we want is there. Chick is still there. Oh, my Lord. We're going to have to go up and make a play. We have to trade up to the Dolphins pick. There's no question about it. So we trade pick 92, pick 59, and Janoris Jenkins to move up to the first pick in the second round. I think that's somewhat fair. I mean, I don't know. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know. Who's this left guard? Douglas Allen's still there as well. He's a very good running back. But Robert Chick, we were going to take at 18. He's still here, so we have to take him. And wow, what a pick we would have missed out on. How the hell do I keep screwing up the draft? Obviously, we still got him. So in the long run, maybe not as much of a mistake as we thought. Trading up, probably not much of an option anymore, as we've already given up a second round next year and just a whole bunch of crap. The draft board is completely cleared here. I have nobody. Well, there's a couple of receivers that look okay. I think Friedman is probably the fastest. 76 overall normal. I mean, that just makes our pick in the first round just seem stupid. Should have went with the safety, man. Should have went with the safety. Obviously, he's the tallest of our receivers now, but that's still disappointing of a pick. We'll take him as well. Screw it. Loading up on wide receivers. You guys want a realistic rebuild? We're going to draft every player. We're not going to. We're probably going to trade these picks down. I mean, you tell me who I'm supposed to take out of this list. Like, who? Like, they're all bad, so what am I supposed to do with that? I mean, there's just no getting around to it. They're all trash players. So who the hell did we miss out on? I can't wait to see that safety who's a 99 overall. Oh, yeah, the wide receiver. All right, so Hughes was an insane corner, it seems. Kind of short, but super fast. Then you have this left end who we thought would be good, and he is. He's definitely, ooh, looking beastly. And here's the wide receiver. Excel looking terrible. Star development, what's that, 6'2"? 96 catching, 99 medium route, 95 jumping as a rookie. They don't seem to want him to be great, though. Obviously, his injury, stamina, toughness, all looking low. Catching is very solid. A little bit on the slower side for a 6'2" guy, but star development, that's a pretty good receiver. It's pretty good. Is it the greatest I've ever seen? I don't know. I mean, maybe when you count all the, the stats he has, the catching and all that, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he is. He's close, kinda. But obviously we all know in Madden, speed is a very hard thing to upgrade. So that is the main focus. The fastest guy you can get is the best guy you can get. James Medlock, pretty good player. Where's the safety we were going to go with? So here's Slauson, one of the options at guard. Missed out. That would have been nice. Here's Sharp. Please be like superstar. So he was quick. I mean, this wasn't, once again, we knew he was going to be a safe pick. I suppose I would have liked him, but it wouldn't have been a realistic move to start him right away. So it is what it is. I don't think there was much more we missed. So the Lions drafted a new middle linebacker to start over Jared Davis, and he's pretty decent. So we traded for Jared Davis, who I believe may need a contract coming up soonish. I think he's just really young. Yeah, he needs a contract coming up. He's a normal development. He's got potential, but look at the coverage stats. I mean, he's really a bigger name than he is a bigger talent at this point in Madden, at least. 3 years in league, 77 overall, normal development, no coverage. I'm pretty sure his catching's even bad. There's not really much to go. Yeah, 53 catching. I guess that's not. Yeah, that's not good either. To be fair, 53 is pretty bad. But yeah, he's decent. But I mean, honestly, you could even say we overtraded because we gave him a young center in a 4th-round pick for a guy they probably aren't even going to re-sign. I see him in free agency every once in a while if he doesn't develop. I'm not a huge fan of the pass rush. Really not. The linebackers are looking rough. We'll take one more look at the trade block and maybe find a player. The trade block has Andrew Luck. Interesting. Hawkinson's on there. The Lions just do not make good decisions, do they? Got some coverage guys in there. Jalen Ferguson. Not sure why he'd be on there. That's not Montez. That's Josh Sweat. We'll take a look at some of these guys. I mean, they're on there for a reason. They're not going to use them. I think this is the only way to make it fair. They get a pass rusher out of it. They get a decent young quarterback and a third-round pick. Sweat is very good. How is he going to be at outside linebacker is the question, though. Another huge drop on the outside. Foster, that's not possible, buddy. Sweat, I mean, we're a better team, but the overall at linebacker on the outside did not really improve. That was a huge drop. He went from 81 to a 75. I know it's not easy, but if he's athletic like he is, 85 speed, 90 excel, he should easily make the transition pretty well. You know, it's usually the guys that are kind of like cusp type of players where they're just barely fast enough to play end. You know, guys like Brandon Graham or Everson Griffin. But, you know, like maybe them going to linebacker doesn't make sense. But a fast guy, I mean, there really shouldn't be much of an issue. So, okay, Jabril Peppers, as much as losing Odell sucks, apparently Jabril Peppers becomes one of the greatest safeties in the league. So there's a bit of a good return on their investment. Not a bad trade, apparently. Jared Davis actually needs a contract now. We'll give him a 4-year deal. He's obviously going to... Yeah, 4-year deal. He's obviously going to start for a while. Dexter Lawrence, who's apparently a star development. We're giving him a 7-year deal. We're gonna lock him in for the long term. Turned out to be an okay draft pick. Golden Tate will wait on. Baker, definitely going to... Star dev, we'll take him. Wayne Gallman, I mean, he's not really... You know, he's an easily replaced player. Golden Tate, once again, is going to come down to A, does he even stay? B, does he play well enough to keep the development trait? And C, what's the regression regardless of any of the A and Bs? All right, so you might think 9-6-1. Hey, at least you made the playoffs again. We were 6-1 at one point, so I don't know what the hell happened. We're just lucky the Cowboys choked it, and then the Eagles. I mean, I guess we choked it as well. And then the Eagles just didn't play well either. Lost to the Cowboys ourselves. Jesus. I mean, how do we have this, decent of a team considering, compared to the first 2 years? And then Daniel Jones goes 41 touchdowns, 4,600 yards. I mean, this is a team on paper here that looks like it probably should have had a bye week. An upgrade in dev for Sterling Shepard. I like it. Golden Tate, actually, 4 touchdowns. Could be a drop. I'd say remain. Ooh, they made him drop. So, yeah, we'll see about that. Sack totals, please, Sweat. Please, no. Terrible, useless trade. I don't even know when the hell we got Shane Ray, but apparently he has 2 picks. That sucks. Aldrich, reels it back in. Only misses 2 of his 17 kicks. That's not terrible. What overall are we now? We are an 88 overall. Okay, so we're looking pretty good. Wilson, 79 overall himself. Still fits the scheme. He was in the slot all season, so could be a good number 2 for us coming up this next season. I don't know what his development trade is. Probably still normal, but it is what it is. 3 upgrades is pretty good. 88 overall versus their 87. So the Rams took a little bit of a step back. Might be in an okay spot. So we are losing, but now we're tied up 7-all. And defense, their offense seemed to make a mistake there because they look like they're about to score a second one right away. That's a really good scoring drive, and then they finish up. That could be the difference between moving on and not moving on. Not looking good. Our offense is struggling as per usual. I mean, the offense does amazing in the regular season, so I don't want to change the scheme. But we are so bad in the postseason. There we go. That's a good drive. Come on, defense. You've been doing pretty damn well considering it's the Rams. And that's just going to be the game-losing drive. Well, they only gave up 3. Okay, we need to get a quick drive in here. I mean, this is a bit of a reach. We're down 10. I'm going to let the AI work it. Oh, my God. This game's so stupid. Why the hell would they be running so damn much? There's a lot of wind here. Oh, my Lord. There's a lot of wind. We actually missed that thing. I angled it almost the arrow was almost pointing towards, almost hit the left bar. Wow, all right. I mean, it is what it is. Doesn't matter because I wasted all the clock with running the ball. Please, EA, fix your great game. Please, man. What is that crap? That is actually, that. If I was a developer, unless, once again, I don't know who spearheads the thing. Maybe they're told to skim off the top, not really care about certain things, but the play calling, the decision making from the AIs across the board is just absurd. What in the world? Like, I can even argue that fair enough. When we had that game where it was 3rd and 14 and we ran the ball, fair enough. You know, you're setting up for a 4-down game, you know, a 4-down situation. Maybe you're going to give yourself, you know, a sneaky little 10-yard run. Who expects a run there? But not when there's less than 2 minutes down 10 points. What is this game? Rams versus Texans. The Rams do win, so we did lose to the Super Bowl champions. What is Golden Tate looking like? 81 overall. That's a bit of a drop. I'd much rather give him a 1-year deal. So can I give him like an $8 million deal? Think free. I mean, we gave him enough money to like if he had no money in his career, he saved nothing. We offered him an extension that would set him for life. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's on him, I guess. I don't want to sign him to a 2-year deal. Our wide receiver core doesn't really need Golden Tate. I mean, his yardage was nice. We'll miss the yardage, I guess, but we have lots of new guys on the team that could easily make the impact that he has. 64 mil. I mean, there might even be a guy in here we take right now. J.J. Watt. Holy Crizzoli. Oh, it's TJ. Well, it's not even JJ. I was wondering why he had such a big offer. I was like, don't get me wrong, JJ's nice, but a little old at this point, right? I mean, we need a pass rush. This left bumper is broken, which really sucks. It pisses me off. Can we compete for TJ Watt? I mean, we desperately need a pass rusher. That's the biggest glaring need. So I'm going to offer him a deal worth $104 million over 5 years. I think it's a fair deal. How much was the bonus? 24 mil bonus. That's not really crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much free agency. Hopefully we get TJ because even though he's expensive, he's the biggest need on the team. TJ. So we got 3 huge names. I'm a little surprised we didn't get Marquise Brown. And, you know, we actually kind of do need him. I didn't realize how big of a receiving problem we had. Golden Tate, obviously, it's not really him. Oh, the Redskins. The Redskins are like, okay, go for it, man. Do what you got to do. Just know we taking Marquise. We'll go for Paris Campbell then. I just can't go back to Tate. As much as I like Tate, he keeps getting worse, and we couldn't get it done with him in his prime. So the chance of getting it done with him when he's not in his prime, a lot lower chance, right? Ugh, this left bumper's broken. Maybe it's just Madden because I don't notice it in other games. Nah, it can't be just Madden because like the right bumper works, but the left bumper is inconsistent. Damn it, man. Are you for real? To be fair, I have noticed it in NBA as well. I'm trying to recall pick and rolls. Damn it, man. I hate that. Every damn time. It's like 6 months I need a new controller. I don't throw it. I don't do any of that. The struggle is real. Like, Xbox, make a better controller. They made better consoles. I mean, the Xbox 360 was a heat box, and you know the Xbox One and all that, and a perfectly fine console, but the controllers have always been an issue for me. I've spent probably a good $300 on controllers each console, and I don't have special controllers. You know, fair enough, if I had scuff controllers, that wouldn't be a bad price, but I have literally just the freaking standard controllers, and they just constantly just go right out the window. They might as well, as you know, the way they're going. Ooh, 43 reps. Look at this guy. Really slow. That's all you really need to look at. Just terrible player. So Sweat did go up 4 overalls. We do have Abram to play the free safety position. Unless he has a little bit of man coverage, which I doubt. Yeah, he could play corner if he had to, but that's not going to be his strong suit. Good move into free safety. So we have the best DBs in the league now. It's probably, right? I mean, I would assume. Pass rush, TJ Watt, that obviously is a huge improvement. Jonathan Allen, huge improvement. So we're all, defensive line is in the 90s. Cornerbacks are pretty good. Looking for Baker to take that next step. 86 overall. He's a great player. He had star. He might be down to quick. Really just looking to get maybe a new pass rusher. I don't know. Sweat, he's decent. Jared Davis, he's okay. I mean, offensive line, maybe Skura. Normal development, 28. Maybe Skura could be replaced. Wide receiver, we're not going to get in free, in the draft. So I don't know. I mean, we have some names. We're probably just going to keep going for best available unless there is a chance at somebody we could trade up for. No, I guess Coupland's going to be the guy. 78 overall, quick development. He's actually pretty damn good. His development's just lacking. What do we do with Sweat? What do we do with the rest of this squad? I don't know. I really have no idea what we're going to do with this team. The only guy they want is Sweat. I know he just re-signed him to a 3-year deal, and he has 2 years left, but we didn't give him too much of a bonus, so I think it's worth taking this running back. He looks pretty damn good to me. Power back. And quick development, 80 overall. I mean, that's a really good power back. 91 speed, 89 excel, 89 agility, 85 strength is really high. Decent catching for a power back, 75 catching. Stamina 88, would have liked to see that in the 90s, but 87 trucking in that. He's a very good player at 21 years old, 239. And as usual, just a bunch of crap. I mean, I don't know if maybe they just need to make it different, but like all the guys scouted here are unprojected. Carter Joe, welcome to the team, buddy. Normal development. I mean, there's just, you know they're going to be bad, so what's the point in taking them? I mean, in this, there's really no reason. I'm just going to take this tight end, 66 overall, vertical threat. I mean, that's just another terrible player, but it's just like, what do I do? Like, taking all these crap players, there's just no reason. They're just so bad. I'm trading down. I don't think there was someone in the first round. We're basically taking 4 years. Four years a player? Okay. 4 players a year. Was there a player that we, like, must have? Hansen. I'm not saying that last name because that's a trick. That's a bait. Josh Hall. Wow. Good job, Niners. Just find the talent. I mean, that's a guy. In fairness, if it wasn't for the jumping, he'd actually be a decent, you know, like user style player. I could see that being drafted in, you know, a user league, but that jumping is so bad. 65 jumping. That's terrible. What do you even do? Like, this guy's more athletic than him. Here's the coverage linebacker we were going to go with. 24. Would have been disappointed. It's going to be the first season without Golden Tate, so we may see a bit of a drop-off in the production, but I got to give it to Daniel Jones with a lackluster receiving core. He's put up some amazing numbers. We still have some trade pieces. I think Trey Boston, how much would it cost to get rid of him? He's 29. He's still okay. You save about the amount as much as you pay. We'll use him as a backup. Why not? But BJ Hill, he's going to need a contract soon, and he's obviously in his prime, 25. Maybe somebody can get something out of him. I don't know. We struggled so hard. Ogletree's a cap casualty here, so we're going to have to try to trade him. Grant Haley might need a contract, even if he doesn't, in his prime, and we obviously have pretty good corner options anyways. So we should be able to get a little bit out of this. I would say probably worth a second-round pick from a team that has green and at least 2 of them. This is actually a good trade. Like, the Panthers could really use a corner. They definitely could use a pass rusher. It's going to be interesting. Hill as an actual starting edge. Is he actually an edge player? I think he's on the bigger side, but I thought he was athletic. No? Maybe I'm completely wrong here and they're going to move him to DT. He's on that, you know, that cusp like we were talking about. If he had a little more speed, he's rather athletic for, you know, a bigger guy, but nah, it's not going to be the way it is. Unless they did move to a 3-4. They didn't. They'll find a spot for him. He's a great player. Not a great, he's a good player. Calm down, you know. But here we go, 90 overall. We're playing, and we'll see. I mean, we'll probably play at least this. I mean, we'll definitely play this season at least, but we'll find out if we're going to play another one after this. Depends on how it goes. So we have some re-signing. Saquon Barkley is obviously the big name here. We're going to give him that. I'm going to give him a 7-year deal. Show him we really care. Even though we're giving him like $10 million a year, less than that maybe. Corey Coleman needs another contract. Sorry, buddy. We have replacements. Marquette King. We'll give him the deal. It's a realistic after all, and he's been pretty good for us. Marquette King can't find a home in real life, it seems, but he's found one in New York. So I'd imagine if we don't make the playoffs, I might just call it, because, you know, we seem to be doing worse after starting out really good. I don't know how that's possible, but okay, so we do make the playoffs. Ooh, the Packers, Giants. That's a pretty spectacular matchup. I know there's probably no reason to show he cheated, because in theory, this late into the rebuild, me wanting to continue would be kind of weird, because once again, like I said, we've probably should have made it to the Super Bowl by now, considering how well we've played in the regular season. Paris Campbell, surprisingly, at number 3, did really well. 82 overall only, though. He went up in Dev. Wilson is quick development. Shepard may have dropped. He did drop, but he's fine. He's a 92 overall. No one cares. Pass rush. TJ Watt, really not worth the money, but considering. Oh! Hello, Coupland. Star development trait, looking beast. Nice. I'll take it. I mean, I'm a little shocked by that. I'll take it. Good stuff indeed. 85 overall seems a little low for a guy that put up 14.5 sacks as a rookie on a team that you know, from the edges combined couldn't even get double digits. I think that's actually true, not even like a joke. I think that's literally what happened. But I don't really imagine the team getting much better than this. Let's see, what's Wilson? Wilson's an 85 overall. Maybe we could get better, actually. So we'll see. I think 5 years is probably the cutoff point. I think at that point, I mean, even at 4 years, not even a rebuild. It's literally just progression. It's literally just time. You know, it's not even us doing it. But here we are, going against the Packers. This matchup should be favorable for us. 94 overall. And the Packers have obviously had their struggles with the Giants. I mean, who hasn't in the playoffs, it seems. 7-0, 14-0, looking good as we expected. A little bit of a drop there, but 21-7, 24-7. I mean, this has just become a smattering. As a Packers fan, it kind of hurts me, but you know, at the same time, as an NFL fan and a rebuild fan, I'd like to see the hard work finally pay off. You know, I want to see this team succeed. Daniel Jones has been nothing more than the most deserving player. I mean, Saquon Barkley's kind of held us back in the postseason. He's been really bad. TJ Watt. Now, these new names have really paid off. You know, in the regular season, they were pretty solid. Obviously, Copeland was amazing. But in the postseason, that game, I mean, amazing. The 3 new names we added for pass rush combined for like 9. Daniel Jones, 98 overall with the confidence. Take a look at what he actually is. Obviously, a superstar development player. A very talented quarterback. If the Giants get that for him, I think we all owe the Giants an apology because everyone made fun of their selection of Daniel. A bit of a reach, and more importantly, not the best player on the board at all. Oof. Cowboys give us trouble in the past. Look at that overall. Going into the third. Back up. We're down quite a bit. This bit of a defensive battle. There we go. Up 10. We're slow simming right for their drive. Perfect timing for them. Both teams doing pretty well in the fourth quarter, can't lie. And I think we've done enough. Is that a Super Bowl trip? Oh, and we didn't have a bye week. Damn. To the championship. The furthest we've been, though. So there's that. Quarterback Malik Holloway. I don't know how good he is, but Daniel Jones has been one of the best quarterbacks you've had in this whole year for rebuilds. Can't believe how good he is. Aldrick, stop missing kicks. And the Rams. Back to the Rams. They were 1 overall below us before. Let's take a look at what they are this time. 4 overall. So, we have them beat in potential. But that's not really proven important in this rebuild, as obviously we've done really well with the underdog-style roster. Going to go fast. Left or right, so that's good, because left or right seems to be dominating, even though there was no score on the first drive. Tied up. Ooh, that was a huge run by Todd Gurley. This isn't good. 11-point deficit. All right. Offense does well. Chance to drive down to take more than a 4-point lead. Very clutch playing here. This, with the defense helping, should be a Super Bowl trip, and it is. There you go, 35-21. This is starting to turn out to be one of those great stories. Daniel Jones can't avoid throwing a pick every single game, but it's fine. Saquon with 2 fumbles. Say 2.5. Copeland with 1.5. The new names have been huge in the pass rush. It's probably been the difference. I know the record hasn't changed, but the success in the postseason has. We've officially gotten all the upgrades other than kicker and punter, but that doesn't really matter too much. Pro Bowl roster. Let's take a look, actually, what the Pro Bowl is. I mean, this is probably our best team yet. Daniel Jones, number 2. Malik must have played really well. Running backs, no. Fullbacks, no. Receivers, Sterling. Oh, Sterling and Wilson. All right. Tight ends. Surprisingly, none of ours. Offensive line, I don't expect to see any. Yeah, we don't have a single one. D-line, Jonathan Allen. Pass rush, no. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, Copeland probably deserves it. Starting outside linebacker. And then Jabril Peppers. And the running back seems familiar, but that's not our guy. What the hell is our guy's name? Actually, Castillo. Upgraded a little bit. Nothing really major. 96 overall. They're only an 88. They should have no chance to win this. Like, it seems small, but 8 points, that's actually pretty huge. I mean, anytime you can get 8 overalls up on someone, that's a lot. Jabril's insane, though. I'd like to actually take a look at his overall, like his actual stats after this. 10-0, not looking great at all. We need to win this Super Bowl. Come on. There we go. I mean, I have a lot of faith in this team. Defense does a great job. Start of the fourth here. They're driving nice. Damn, down by 10 again. Offense needs to... Oh, was that another fumble? Please don't tell me Saquon has costed us another chance. I mean, Daniel Jones is probably the best quarterback I've ever seen in Sim. Good job by Saquon. 4 minutes left. We may have to come in. We're coming in. I think Daniel Jones may be the best Sim quarterback we've ever had. I can't believe it. He's insane. They're talking about fumbles. I mean, this is a 3rd-and-1 run with a power back. Why wouldn't they run this? And exactly. I mean, that was so poor of an effort by us. It's not over. But what a poor effort. Holy crap. And we lost the Super Bowl. I simmed it, and this front couldn't get the job done. Unfortunately, we lose by 6 to the Steelers. That is unfortunate. I don't want to see the Steelers win another Super Bowl. I'm not watching that. Phillip Rivers is their quarterback, ironically. Oof. Talking up Daniel Jones, he must have just had a really good last drive because overall he was terrible. Terrible. I don't know where the turnovers came from because it seemed like we turned the ball over a lot, but I'm only seeing 1. So I don't know what that's all about. Montez Sweat. All the rookies just hopping teams all the time. I think that will be the last season because, once again, we won. You know, we made it to the Super Bowl. We were 96 overall. You can't get much better than a 96. So at the end of the day, that's about it. 4 years, we got the Giants back to the Super Bowl. They lose, but a pretty promising, future, I suppose. The young receivers are getting a little bit better. I suppose Shepard may regress coming up soon, so you're not going to get much better in the offensive line. I don't know how the hell Kevin Zeitler is there still. I would have thought he would have been like 60 overall by now. What else are we looking at? Oh, yeah, we wanted to see Jabril Peppers. He might just be completely max at this point. His man coverage isn't max, but his overalls are. He can't get any better than what he is now. And yeah, I mean, that's going to be the Giants rebuild. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this thing. Daniel Jones was a master of the offense, considering, once again, he really never had a great, this is his best receiving core. 91 to, technically 91, 86, 91, Nothing really too spectacular, but I might take a look at this Giants scheme in the future. This scheme looks decent. I don't know. Maybe Daniel Jones is just the GOAT, but pretty damn successful, offense, considering Eli was easily the worst quarterback of all of them, but, he's on the older side, so we let him ride off into the sunset with a playoff berth, which is, something he might not even see for the rest of his career in real life. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe, like the video if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, and yeah, hope you come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!